You guys across want to see all of this.
Did you want these headphones, Steve?
What?
Did you want these?
I do like the phones.
Yeah,
but
here you go. It's just hard to hear. You won't be able to hear Hunter that well. Okay, that's fine, I guess. If that's what you want.
Oh, you already started.
It's already started.
Oh.
You guys didn't know this. Sorry. We're live.
How you guys doing?
But not yet.
Oh.
Is the music done?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the music's done.
Music
There it
just blew
is.
that off. So I can't hear anything off of Hunter's mic.
Nope, not at all.
All right, so let's preface this for all just the audio users out there, for those that are just listening to the audio track.
There's a bit of an echo. There's a bit of an echo because of the Yeti mic in the middle. I haven't come up with a good solution to get the third mic
Someone
in here.
please help this man's, because I don't know how many more episodes I can take with a guest where the audio is not perfect. It bothers me, and I know it bothers everyone else out there.
It's not that bad.
It's okay.
Stop being an asshole.
I'm just saying. So today we have a repeat guest, Calv.
Yeah, Hunter's back. Hunter's
back.
back. The first podcast that we did together was where do you see yourself in 10 years? And it's been how long since the last one?
Probably not
A
even
year.
a year.
No.
Oh, probably not a year. So we're not
Not
even
a
a
year.
tenth of the way down, but just to
But a lot has happened
Oh.
with you, hasn't it, Hunter?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Good.
Well, let's give a refresher on Hunter from our background. Calv, do you want to?
No, you can go ahead, Teach.
Me?
You like to talk.
Okay, so for those who don't remember last time, Hunter has been one of our best friends since high school. Freshman year, I guess. No, I don't.
Yeah.
Was it freshman year?
Okay.
Or like long time. He's one of the few that I think we're still in like very, 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 very close contact with. So it's good to have him back. He lives in LA now. He lives in San Diego, but he comes down often, which is nice. So we thought a lot has changed since the last time we've had Hunter on the podcast. So let's get him in here. Let's have him say what's up. And I think his last year or so is a really like cool example to show to everyone else out there who is, trying to make moves in the online space, because as I get a lot of DMs, I know Calvin does, and I know Hunter probably does as well, of how to exceed in online space and everything about that sort. So with that being said, Hunter, welcome back to the podcast.
Thank you. Appreciate it, guys.
So
What have you been up to?
let's
God.
get your current status and what are you doing
You don't
now?
have to divulge all your information, but just give us a little.
Currently, doing video and photo for different like celebrity personalities. So from traditional celebrities to like the YouTube type space, and kind of traveling and going on tour. Just came back from Australia.
Damn.
Was there for a week or so. Did a couple of shows out there, and now I'm heading out on tour again with a DJ next month.
Mads.
I don't know who that is. What kind of music does he make?
It's a girl. She's like a
she.
Yeah, she's like EDM.
Oh, nice. I
Yeah.
like that. I like that music.
So yeah, we're heading out with her, doing like a college tour, and then kind of hopping all over the place, working with different artists. Like,
Damn, how's traveling been for you? Because I know for me it's rough.
not a fan.
Not a fan of the long flights.
Yeah, I hate that aspect. I don't know. I enjoy it to a certain extent, but like when you are continuously traveling, it kind of takes a toll on your body. And
For sure.
I got really sick recently.
Same. Actually,
Bad,
same.
yeah.
When I got back from New Zealand and I was adjusting to the time zones, I've never had proper jet lag,
Mhm.
but it got to a point where like the first 3 nights after being back from New Zealand, I was like super anxious. I couldn't sleep. It was miserable.
Yeah, mine
it
was
was
the same way. Mine was 9.5 hour different, or I think it's like somewhere around like 9 or 8 from Australia. So when I got back, I'm like, I can't.
it was miserable.
Yeah.
Yeah, New Zealand's a 20-hour difference.
Yeah,
and
that's crazy.
adjusting to that was
Yeah, you went to
absolutely terrible. It was a
Australia.
nightmare. It
Really?
was absolutely terrible. It was terrible. Let's take a couple steps back here and let's talk about. I think we have to address. I would argue one of your very very good friends,
Yes.
Tana.
Mm-hmm.
That is someone who you've become pretty good friends with. You see it a lot on social media via you and a lot of her. At one point, I think she refers to you as her boyfriend. She's referred to you as the ex. I think there's been a couple of videos about that.
Yeah.
Oh, the clickbait meme. Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure,
definitely
for
very
sure.
clickbaity.
So how did you meet her? Like let's go down that avenue.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
All right. So became friends with. My roommate was Bella Thorne's assistant when I moved out to LA, and I became friends with Bella, and we got like a very strong relationship. And we ended up going to a couple music festivals together, and we met Tana at one of the music festivals, and she came up to us.
Wait. I want to back up just a little bit more.
Yeah.
So before you were doing video stuff, where were you working?
Before video stuff, I worked at like Blanco, which is like this Mexican restaurant in Arizona.
Nice.
I'm talking like LA.
Oh, okay. So I worked at ICM Partners. So I did music touring as an assistant, and it was just like I was literally the smallest person in the totem pole. Think about like I was like the definition of like a meme in the office. Like they give me a stack of like cookies, like a bunch of cookies, and they like fill this cookie jar with cookies in like different colors. And like stack it at the top. So I do different layers of cookies.
Oh yeah.
And I was just like, oh, I can't do this anymore. Like I literally felt like so useless. So I was there for like 7 months, and then after that, I'm like, I need to leave.
When you worked there, were you living with Bella Thorne's assistant in LA at that time?
Yeah.
Okay.
So at first when I moved out there, I lived by myself. I lived in some guy's office, like in
some guy's office.
A random guy. Old man who had extra space in his office.
Yeah.
I lived there for like 3 months. And then Bella Thorne's assistant, her name is Lo, she went to Poway High School, so she was kind of near us. And I kind of knew her from there. And then but we didn't really know each other personally. And then so I'm looking for a roommate. I was like, all right. So we ended up living together.
Did you know that she was Bella Thorne's assistant when you were looking for a roommate? You were just like, hey.
She hit me up. She's like, yo, do you want to live together? I'm like, yo, I'd love to. I need someone.
Out of nowhere. Oh, for sure.
We follow each other on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
She went to U of A. So we had,
I see. Okay.
So there was like some connection.
Yeah, it was like completely random from high
okay.
school. But
Yeah.
And then we ended up living together, hanging out with Bella a bunch. We gained like a relationship. And then we went to a music festival. And Tana came up, like fangirled. And was like, yo, let's break the internet.
Oh, she fangirled on Bella. I remember that.
Okay. I didn't know who Tana was at all. I had zero, like, idea. I didn't really know anything in the YouTube space at all.
Right.
And she came up to her and was like, yo, let's break the internet, let's take a photo, like kissing. And Bella was like, yeah, should we do it? I'm like, yeah, go ahead. And she did it. I took this photo, and it goes everywhere. So
yeah,
it goes
I remember
viral,
that photo.
Know? And it's like on every like news station, like Daily Mail and all these things are doing it. And at this point, I still had no idea who she was. I didn't understand why. I thought she was like a YouTube like fangirl type deal.
Yeah.
So me and Bella like that night like got back to a hotel and like we're like, yo, like let's watch like one of her videos. We like clicked on one of her videos.
Oh god.
It was just,
Which one did you watch?
We watched the one that was like saying like Bella tried fucking or doing something with Scott Disick. It was like
I remember that video.
Like that.
Yeah.
And we watched it. We're just like, yo, what is this? And but she was cool, you know. She was fun when we were out there. So we hung out with her a couple other days when we were there. Went back to LA after and kept like a relationship, friendship going. And you know, I wouldn't really ever say we dated. I wouldn't say that was ever a thing with us. We've always been really close, and I think that
so
we've been friends since.
And at this point, you were still working at ICM,
Mm-hmm.
and then I remember having a couple phone calls with you. You know, you were telling me your situation and how you're frustrated and like you kind of want to like go a new direction, but it's scary, and that's kind of why I wanted to tell, you know, kind of go into the story a little bit, because
The leap of faith.
Yeah. You took the scariest leap of faith that I think like you'll ever experience in 20 years and above, 20 years old, and you left that job and you're like, I'm going to pursue video on my own, working for myself.
Which is like the craziest thing for me, I feel like, because at the end of the day, like you were removing yourself from something, you know, getting a paycheck monthly, you know, you're expecting this to be here every month, and it takes away that anxiety part for you. And when you quit a job and you're like, well, I have to rely solely on my skill, that is like a very crazy concept. Like mentally, you have to think about like, wow, like I have to
get
believe
good.
in myself. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I have to believe in myself enough
Yeah.
that my skill level will pay for my way of living, way of life.
Yeah.
So yeah, I quit, and Tana asked me to start doing videos with her. Start filming videos for her, and she wanted to like up her channel and start doing like more high quality vlogs and things like that. And
So you became the cameraman. You became. Did you also edit the videos?
Some of them I was editing as well. So if they weren't like the traditional like sit down type that she was doing, or on her
She has a lot of story times.
Yeah, if it wasn't those, I wasn't editing them. But other than that, I was doing like some stuff with her. Started doing all her music videos. Right when I met her, I did her first music video for Hefner.
Yeah.
And that song ended up like racking in, or the video racked in like over 10 million views. And I was like, wow, maybe I can start doing more videos for people and start understanding like the industry more. Because I didn't really understand the YouTube space at all.
Yeah.
And then it started like spiraling different like with her, and like more stuff was becoming viral. And I was like, all right, well,
Here we
I
go.
think I can do this. I think I can start working with these artists
Yeah.
and start doing stuff. And it was a really crazy concept.
So that was around. Was that the first music video? Was that the where you were on set, Tej?
Yeah, that's when I was there, and Sabrina ate my ass.
Oh yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah. Yeah, I loved it. I was having a great time.
You were there for a period of time. I remember.
Yeah, I was there, man. I was like,
and you're like, I gotta go.
yeah, I was like, my time's up.
Yeah, like my ass is grass.
I'm
dead.
I've overstayed my welcome
See you
here.
later, everybody.
I got so many DMs from so many people too. That's like, where the fuck are you? I'm like, what's up, baby? I'm just chilling. What of it?
Jeez. So for that music video, I want to get a little more detail.
Okay.
Did you direct? You choreographed like the whole set?
Mhm.
Damn. How did that feel? How did that feel like?
It was really crazy because that was my first like real video that I like directed, I think.
Mhm.
And I've been doing video before that for like about a year or so.
Mhm.
But I was doing like recaps for random DJs and things like that. Nothing like very like I'm the director. I'm gonna
You're
control this set.
choreographing people. Yeah.
And she asked me to do the video. I think we had 2 days before. She's like, "Yo, can you get this together?"
Shit.
And I was like, "Holy shit, okay." And she's like, "Also, I want to include Bella in this video."
Okay.
So now I'm like, what am I gonna do on this video in 2 days to make it like work? So I reached out to random people, got a mansion rented, started DMing girls to be like Playboy bunnies. She started DMing her friends to be Playboy bunnies. Like day of, people were like showing up, and we started like putting together things like last minute. I hit up one of my friends that I met through his Facebook page.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yo, do you want to shoot this video with me?" He's like, "I'd love to." So we got him involved. We got random like gaffers and things like that all set up.
What's a gaffer?
People who like handle like the lightings and things like that.
Okay.
And we got all that stuff set up.
And now you're here.
And then we're here.
And then you're like, fuck, this is real now.
I'm like,
Okay.
wow, holy shit.
First of all, can I appreciate what you just described? Okay, so there are jobs that are producers. The producer is the person that sees the budget and reaches out to everybody. Hunter produced, directed, and did you edit?
I did some of the editing on it.
You did some of
it.
it. But like, being a producer is stressful, especially they have like months to plan shit. You had 48 hours. And you're like, shit, here we go. We're sending it. I think you did a beautiful job
Thanks.
at doing that.
It was really controversial, because at this time, so the scene that we did with Bella was one of the most controversial scenes. It really shook up like a lot of people on the internet because it was her. Little people like have knowledge on the song Hefner. It's actually like a diss track to Black Bear.
What's Black?
It's like it's another artist.
Okay.
And it's Bella's ex-boyfriend.
Oh shit.
And so it was
Oh,
like
shit.
So it was like this diss track that she created that no one was really aware of.
Okay.
And then she did this last scene that was in the bedroom where she was like on top of them, they were kissing and stuff like that. And I was like, I just filmed like this crazy video. like I remember that being the last scene. I'm like, what is happening right now? And it was literally like really like mind blowing for me. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing right now.
I don't know what I'm
And
doing.
it ended
How
up
are we here?
Yeah, exactly. And the video came out and
exciting.
yeah, it was really exciting, and it got like millions of streams on Spotify, and
Damn.
all this stuff started happening. And then after that, she's like, maybe I should do like more songs. Maybe that's like a good idea. So I started doing her other videos. I did like 4 other videos for her after that. I just finished my last music video for her that's gonna get released like in 2 days. So
shout out to that.
yeah, pretty crazy.
Just know you were the catalyst for Tana's music. You created a great experience for music, directing, and TJ was there, so I don't know, but the atmosphere the atmosphere was probably full scale production.
Yeah,
full scale
team. Yeah,
And butt cheeks everywhere, Calf.
butt cheeks everywhere.
I wish I was there. At
We did
Spocom, I was supposed to be a bikini judge, but I wasn't.
Hawaii.
So
You own Hawaii.
hope so.
Yeah.
That's big.
Anyways, besides that, like, I think it is so hard to describe because what Hunter pulled off was like a full scale production in such a time frame, and to come out with a 10 million hit.
And that was like his first, like,
Yes,
the balls in
out
your
of his
court.
butthole.
If there's anything that comes up, like, if anything comes up short, like, you know who it's on.
Yeah.
So, okay, so.
I was still at ICM at that point too.
Really?
I took a day off ICM. I think I didn't show up to work that day. I think I said I was sick or something. So I was still working on my job. And I was just like, because I
You
didn't know
just
if it was
full
gonna
sent it.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was going to take off. I had no idea what to expect.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So-
I couldn't quit yet.
I kind of want to dive back in. So, for those that are like, well, how do I even get to that point?
Wait,
when did you.
One more thing. I need to. I just want one more question.
Let's hear it.
In your head, so right before you were about to hit record and start the process, what were you thinking? Just like when you filmed the last scene, you're like, I have no idea what I'm doing. What the fuck is going on? Right before everything, what were you
Like, the
thinking?
first scene.
The first scene when everyone was walking up and you're just like, hands on your hip, just
Like, hey, guys.
Yeah.
hey.
It was definitely a surreal feeling because you realize that there is all these people around on this set at this $1 million mansion because you put this together.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You guys got like chills thinking about it because
Yeah, no, absolutely.
it's like the start of my career. Really was, that moment. So when I before like a press record that day, we're sitting there, and I remember just being like, all right, let's do this. Like, let's see if this will actually be like my future.
Nice.
And
I'm so happy for
know?
you to have experienced that.
thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
Damn.
Yeah, it was surreal for sure. But
I want
It probably happened in slow motion.
It did.
When everyone was walking in, you're
Oh,
just
yeah.
like, oh, there.
I'm
I
okay.
DM'd you yesterday.
Exactly. I had no idea who they were. Like, she had a bunch of we had like porn stars show up the day of too, and I was like, okay, yeah, yeah.
No, yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah, it was
It's
great.
just like chicks walk, like getting out of Ubers, and they're just like
Full
at the
underwear.
gate, and someone's like, "Oh, so and so's at the gate," and someone's like, "Oh, I'll go get them."
Hunter's like, let him in.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah,
"Come
but
on."
literally, yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to backtrack. Before, where did you start even doing video? It was in college, right? How did you, like, the biggest thing was like, how do you start? How did you start getting into that? How did you just look up tutorials? Did you like ask friends? Did you just figure it out? Because you don't just all of a sudden be like, oh, I'm gonna film Hefner music video for Tana.
Yeah.
There's obviously
You had to have
a
an
good amount
idea.
of experience for you to get the confidence to take on that project.
Yeah. So it was my senior year of college, which really wasn't even that long ago.
And you weren't in college for videography.
No, I was in for business management,
Mm-hmm.
and I came back from Barcelona where I was studying abroad, and I had a stomach problem, and I literally couldn't drink. I couldn't do anything else.
Oh, I remember that.
remember that.
And I was just like, what do people do with their time? They're not like going crazy doing things like that. And I was like, I remember like having a GoPro growing up. My brother had one actually, and I just borrowed his, and just nothing serious. And I remember my girlfriend at the time asked me to do a recruitment video for her sorority, and I rented a camera from the school. And I'm like, yeah, I got this. Psh, easy. I had no idea what I was doing at all. Like, zero idea.
But the
Wait, so-
confidence got you
Yeah.
there.
This was around the same time when we all went to Vegas for my birthday.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Rad.
Right around there.
Wow.
And,
Before or after?
that's
It was TJ's
December.
birthday.
You remember when we were at the house? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think it was. Was I drinking around there?
I think you were. No, you just started drinking. You're like, I haven't. I think.
Oh
like,
yeah,
I haven't,
no, yeah.
I haven't drank in like months.
We were at the table in.
Remember, same was with the
in
Irish car bombs and shit.
yeah,
And, like,
yeah.
So that was after for sure. I
Yeah.
think. So I started picking up video during that. I picked up the random rented camera, shot this thing. That was horrible, absolutely horrible. They asked me to choose a Justin Bieber song for the video, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure there's like copyrights on the song. And they're like, oh, no, it's fine. I did the video, and the song got copyrighted,
Bow.
and the video just went down.
Bow.
And never came
Done.
back up again. And I was like, okay, good
All
first
right.
video.
Yeah, good job.
So
No, at least it got erased from history.
Yeah, very
immediately.
true. It
You learned from
completely
it
removed.
and gone.
So then the next
Can't be
video,
hosed.
our friends were coming out to Tucson, the Frights, to do a show. And I was like, yo, I'll come out to your show and film it. Also, no idea how to film a show. I've never filmed a concert. Rented the camera again from the school. And and I filmed this recap for them. And I sent it to them after. And they're just like, thanks. Nothing happened with the video. It didn't get posted anywhere. It was like, appreciate that.
Another learning experience without repercussions.
Exactly.
Nice.
So like they did nothing with the video either. So I was like, okay.
But that kind of got you more interested in what you into that, right?
Yeah, just,
It
like,
didn't discourage you?
It for sure discouraged me. I was like, why is no one posting this? And even then I started looking back and I'm like, oh my God, it was horrible. But yeah, so we did that video. And then after that, I think I started watching more YouTube videos. I started watching like random vlog or YouTube people. So I watched like Sam Colder, who did like the travel type people and people like that. And that started getting me, I guess, more an idea of what kind of video I wanted to do. And from there, I bought a Panasonic GH4.
Yeah.
And that was like my first camera. And that was probably like, I don't know, December, probably around when I went to your birthday, around that time. And I bought a camera and I'm like, all right, let's try these things out. So I went home for like Christmas break, started shooting things on the camera. I got a drone for like $200 from my friend, from Spencer.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
I just like, shot like 1080p, wasn't that good. And I just kept on like trying. There's a lot of trial and error.
No,
Figure it out,
absolutely,
you know?
absolutely.
And then I was like, I love this, but I don't think I could make a living off this.
Sure.
I loved doing what I was doing, but I'm like, there's no way I could provide. I don't think I'm good enough. I'm very hard on myself.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm like, it's not a career.
Yeah.
So I went to LA and just did the traditional 9-to-5 job.
And now.
And then eventually you did it. You got kind of bored of it. Started tinkering some still, and then eventually just kind of. And the Hefner video came along, and see, that's what's fucking rad
Yeah.
to me is that
All the
how
models.
long it takes to kind of like build up the attribute to kind of take that step forward. And a lot of people are always like, oh, I really want to do this, or I don't know what I want to do. And I don't know, we kind of just broke down like, okay, where did the filming start? How did it start? Nothing really came of it. And then like that tied into, you know, knowing that chick from Poway High, who that's a local high school to us, who we go to for parties, a lot of mutual friends. And then then she went to U of A, you went to U of A, and then when you moved to LA, there was that enough of a connection for you guys to be like, oh, we kind of know each other, let's move in. And then that was Bella Thorne's assistant, and then Tana approached Bella, and then you already kind of had experience with all the other previous side, and then you kind of just mix it all together with your ambition and passion of what you were doing. It set you up for everything else, and at that time you had no idea, and that's what's so rad.
Yeah.
Is
I had
that
like 6,000 followers all throughout that, you know?
Yeah, dude,
Sitting
it's
at
just
around like 6,000, which was still like a lot to me.
No, it's good.
Sure,
Why do
sure.
people like want to follow me? Like I wasn't doing content
You're
really.
handsome, that's why.
Thank you.
Handsome.
But literally, like that was like I was like I had nothing. I wasn't providing anything, but like still, I was like 6,000 is freaking awesome.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
And then you know, the videos started coming out, and I was like, holy shit! And then my numbers started like slowly growing, and slowly, like very quickly actually. And I was like, what is happening?
What's going on?
And yeah.
Why am I here?
Yeah, and just
I have no idea what I'm
who do I know here?
Yeah,
No, I
Who
don't
are
know.
all you people?
So it was weird, very weird,
Damn.
but so awesome.
I love that story. I just think that's so fucking cool because it's so true, and it shows that it wasn't like this easy process, or it wasn't everyone always thinks, especially when you do like entrepreneur type stuff, which I'd argue that's what you're doing, that there's like this clear roadmap, and it's like it's not. Like you went from like here to there to all these, like working a job, hating it, like sharing a room with someone you barely knew, to the stars aligning, and because of all the past experiences you had, you were able to create an opportunity off what you had in front of you, which if you it would never have happened if you wouldn't have had any of those experiences, which that fascinates me, and that's the brutal truth. With everything when you do anything entrepreneurship, which is what everyone wants to try and figure out.
But also don't discredit the fact that Hunter was also discouraged, but he, even through that, he pushed, and that's important. Like because not on top of him taking the leap of faith of quitting his job and being on his own, he did it on top of the fact that the last two things he did in the field that he's trying to go into just out the window. And he had no real feedback of how he was doing.
I had like none of my friends were in video at all, you know? Like I'm literally sitting at home like, hope this looks good. Let's cut here, and let's cut this one right here. Like I had no idea if what I was doing was good. It was only like I was my own judge. You know? And so that was like, you know, super, super crazy because I had no pass in YouTube. I had no pass in like video at all. I didn't even buy it. I got the trial for Final Cut Pro. I didn't want to pay the $300 for it. So I changed my date on my computer back every time it got to 30 days. I changed my date so it just continued the trial. It's still a hack right now, so if you guys want to do that, you can. I didn't have the money to like pay for it yet, so I literally was changing my dates back, so my trial just lasted forever, and I just continued to edit on this program.
Damn.
Yeah, I remember when like Hunter just kind of like started to hang out with Tana. And I like saw it, and I was like, dude, like you don't like. I was like, do you know who you're with right now? Is that like I knew like I saw like the biggest crush on Tana.
She was coming up. She was coming up.
Yeah, she was like coming up. Like I have been watching her for like a very long time, and even still, let's talk about the more recent. Like I'm not gonna get into TanaCon and all that shit, but
crazy.
But just Hunter just making cameos with Shane Dawson. I'm like tripping the fuck out. I'm like sitting at home watching the shit. Like I'm such a viewer of anything Shane related, and then you know Tana and Shane do a huge video. Which if you're anywhere on present day YouTube, you know what I'm talking about. Hunter just has a fat cameo. Like
I think it's very interesting because I didn't know Shane before, you know, and I think that
you don't know any of these people.
Oh, like that's like all my childhood.
I didn't know anyone
grow up in
before,
that
you know?
world.
And so when I meet them, I'm treating them like a normal tradition.
Which is what you're supposed to do, by the way.
You know?
They're normal people.
You know, like they're
TJ
not
fangirls like a fucking idiot.
Go
ahead.
But like it's true because they are just normal people, and I treat them that way. And I think that's where a lot of my relationships started growing, was because I'm very organic, I'm very normal. I keep the conversation the way I would with any person.
Yeah, good.
And I think that Shane saw that in me because I wasn't even planning on being in the video, to be honest. I was talking off camera to Shane just about what was happening in general, like my opinions and stuff like that. And he's like, you are so organic and so normal and so real. Like, everyone's going to believe you. And I'm like what are you saying? Like, what do you mean? He's like, I'm like, oh, what's that? Like, I don't know.
Saying the same shit.
And I was like,
I'm
okay.
just talking.
He's like,
sorry.
yeah, exactly. I was just like talking.
Sorry.
And he's like, no, you don't get it. Like, the way you look, the way you present yourself, and the way you talk, people are gonna like trust what you're saying more than like other type of person.
Understand what you're saying.
And
it's
I was
funny.
like, wow, okay, yeah.
Thanks,
like,
bro.
He's like, turn the camera on. I was like, okay, here we go.
Again, here we are again.
Exactly.
I
So
have no idea what I'm doing. Here we go.
That's what it was. Because I'm usually like never really like in front of the camera. I'm always like behind it. So that was super interesting, and he's a really great guy too. So
that's good. That's awesome.
It's cool.
That's awesome. I could really vibe with that whole mentality. I don't know about you, Hunter, but I did after high school in the first year of college. As you both know, like I never had a girlfriend, and I always had the philosophy that all the girls at our high school were fucking right. So I spent the year after high school learning how to, speak to people. I'm a master at that But I spent like a year learning how to talk to people, and it's really interesting that you've learned the same thing. I'm sure you've talked to a lot of people,
Yeah.
and it gets better with practice. You just kind of
That's the way a lot of my relationships grew. Like, I'd be going to parties in LA, and like I already had my crazy party stage in college, so like I didn't need to get drunk and have like anything
in high
like that.
school.
whatever.
In high school too, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right. So, but I didn't have the desire to like get drunk
Good,
anymore
good.
because I
Yeah.
watched like so many people like be like blackouts and be a mess in front of people, and
And that's like not good.
it's just not good. So I'd go to these events and I'd be like,
TJ,
I'd be
ew.
I'd be like sober or like smoke weed, something casual, like something very like
Like a little sip, just
Yeah,
just like
exactly.
like you're holding your beer.
Exactly, but I really wasn't drinking at all. I'd drive home at the end of the night, so I wouldn't really be doing anything really. And because of that, people started wanting to talk to me and like engage with
That's
me.
awesome. Yeah,
And
now I know how you
these
feel.
relationships started building more. Started working with other artists and things like that because I wasn't at these parties just like, hey, what's up?
No,
Like,
that's annoying.
You know,
for
I
sure.
hate that. I
That's
hate
for
that when
sure,
you're-
like-
when
like,
you're at a party and you're
ugh.
watching that happen,
Ugh.
you're just like,
Back
come
up.
on, like, come on.
Dude, I can smell you, bro. Back
yeah,
up.
it's literally, and like, I hate watching that. And I knew that probably at one point in my life I was that. And I was like, I'll never want to be that again.
Yeah, you reflected
And
like,
literally, I was like, wow, that was me. Oh my God. And from there on,
Fuck
I was just
that.
like, I'd rather have these relationships being real and about real
Yeah.
conversations
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah.
like that. And I got a lot of trust with other people and built. So,
I have one question for you. I, for one, TJ always hoses me about this, but for the lack of a better term, do you say terms or memes that are within your own head and the new person will probably not know? You just say them, and they.
I don't think you
and
they-
really
they-
laid that out well.
So let's say, usually if last time it happened, a dad of some fan walked up to me and I was just spouting my memes and he wasn't. Oh no, Honda, the big Honda guy, the Honda race manager.
okay.
I was just making my memes.
Oh.
He didn't understand them at all,
But he
but
kept
then he
going.
got it. I kept going,
Okay.
and then he understood eventually, and now he's a part of the group.
Okay.
So my question is, do you bring in your little quirks for people to later understand, include them into the group
I
if they
do.
wanted to or not?
I do. I do it with people that I'm expecting to keep a relationship with, like after that one initial
Absolutely.
conversation.
Sure.
You know, so like, if like Tana,
That's a
for
good answer.
example, like, she knows all my memes from like high school.
Yes!
She knows, like,
Does she
Our
know it
memes
all?
live.
like all my stuff,
Our
like
memes
everything that
live.
we like have, like she like understands. She knows all my memes I had in college with like my roommates in college. So like, she, because like she's around me all the time, I was gonna be doing it regardless.
Yeah, you're gonna
I'm like,
do it.
you
Yeah,
either,
yeah,
you either
yeah.
learn them or
Or
I'm just gonna
you-
say them in front of you, and you're
Yeah.
not gonna get the joke, and I'm
Yeah.
the one laughing.
That's what I say. Like, either you're gonna follow along
Mhm.
and be a part of the group, or you're gonna hate my memes and
Exactly.
you're gone.
And you're-
I don't need to deal with you. You're
And
not a part of my memes.
So like
Sorry.
she started picking up on them. Other
Good,
people
good.
around me started getting them too. So I think
Nice.
it's really depending on how much I'm around these people and if I think that like
Yeah.
it's worth explaining because their memes sometimes are in depth. You
Yeah,
know? Like
we
they
have a
sometimes-
history
they
to
have
our
a history,
memes,
they have a
yeah.
backstory.
Yeah.
So like, unless I'm like really sitting down with
Yeah,
someone,
yeah. Yeah.
but once they get them, they love them and they use
Oh,
them.
absolutely.
You know, they
That's what-
incorporate them all the time. So,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah, so
Thank
that's
you.
great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Finally, someone that understands me. Motherfucker. Fuck you, Teach. That's why the donut guys loved us so much because TJ and I were going back and forth with our memes and they had no idea. But they're smart guys and they picked it up. And now it's just meme central. Everybody
That's
making
awesome.
the memes.
I'm getting like crazy flashbacks of high school memes now, like a lot.
They're good ones.
They're
Wow.
great.
Oh man.
It only makes sense, right? Like, our group was having so much fun with what we were doing and what we were saying, and a good example of that is when we were in Vegas for TJ's birthday, and we were in that one restaurant in the Infinity Mall or whatever.
Mhm.
What?
The
Who?
What restaurant was that? Was that caught? Oh.
it was like an Italian.
Infinity
Well,
Mall.
the big one. I don't
Mall
know.
of America.
Mall-
Mile America.
Mall of
Mile.
No,
Mile something.
Miracle Mile Mall.
Okay,
In
whatever.
Vegas.
That
Vegas?
mall.
Yeah,
we were
that one.
at a
Miracle Mile.
restaurant and there were 12 of us or 16.
Oh, where Sam
And
just
we're-
pounded that drink in the morning?
Yeah,
Okay.
and we were all sitting there yelling at each other across the table, making a scene.
Yeah, I remember
You
that.
can never
So
take
bad.
us any, and we were so bad. And it was like a huge group of us. And I remember Hunter being on the opposite side of the table, and I'm like, "Hey!" Like I just yelling at him, and he's yelling back at me, and
Screaming. Yeah.
making a scene. And it only makes sense that a group like that having so much fun, like how can someone new not have fun with that environment?
Exactly.
So
So true.
You know what? I want to try to find this footage or pictures, and I'll send it to you, Calvin, to put at the end of this podcast, at the very end. I think somewhere when we were in sophomore year, junior year,
Okay.
high school, we went to New York
Oh, yeah.
with like 4 or 5 of us, and I brought my camera, my
know.
flip camera,
Oh yeah, those little like.
and we filmed a good amount of memes on that trip.
Oh my God.
I don't know if I can still find them. They might not be at the end of this podcast, but if I'm able to find them, I'm gonna have Calvin. I'm gonna throw some clips in. I think I have those saved somewhere.
I found a video recently that you're in. It was like one of my senior projects, my junior projects, where I was like, I asked people what they thought about me, and I like go up to you and like you're in like your old BMW, and like I
Oh,
like
God.
ask you like something, you like do something really really funny like a meme. I was literally crying laughing at it.
Wait, was
recently.
that in front of Navarro's room?
No, like you're sitting in your car and you're like,
What?
Like one thing I remember about Hunter is like, and you start going off. Like you're like,
oh, you gotta show us
Yeah.
that.
I need to see this.
You
yeah,
gotta
it's
show us
so
that.
funny.
Damn, the memes.
It was great.
Damn. Good talk, everybody.
Yeah.
I think that's all we have for today.
That was good.
Hunter, thank you for being on our podcast. All of his socials and videos that we've referenced will all be linked down below, so you can go back and reference. Those who are our audio listeners, I guess if you want to get more information, just go back to the YouTube description and
figure
dig
it
it up. You can find it.
I could probably figure it when I do put it onto the Spotify's and stuff. I'm sure there's a description I could link out to something.
Yeah, and I can link the new thing I was talking to you about before. About
No.
No.
I don't know.
Oh yeah. Oh, that thing.
That
Oh, I
thing.
remember that
Now you
thing.
remember that
That's
thing.
a good thing.
That's a good thing.
I'm gonna link that
Yeah,
thing.
link that thing.
I'm gonna for sure link that thing. TJ doesn't know. He wasn't
Yeah,
there.
I-
You have to be there.
I
Sorry.
can talk to you about that.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching and whatever TJ
Appreciate you
said.
guys. Yeah. Thanks.
See you guys
Thanks
next
for
time.
having me on.